since last 15 plus years, I've been like working with IT full stack development domain. I have my expertise working with different types of tech stacks and technologies like front end technologies, back end technologies, database technologies. So I have been like working with languages such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, jQuery, JSON, AngularJS, Vue.js, React.js, Next.js, Node.js, Express.js, Route.js. So I have my expertise working with all this kinds of stuff. When it comes to working with the database kind of stuff, I have also been like working as a database administrator in many of the organizations. So I have been like dealing with different types of relational, non-relational databases like MySQL, NoSQL, MongoDB database, PostgreSQL. When it comes to backend stuff, I have been like working with different types of backend languages like C, C++, .NET, PHP, Java, Python, Go language, dealing with different types of Java and Python-based frameworks such as Spring Boot, Hibernate, Django, Flask, dealing with different types of REST APIs, dealing with different types of fast APIs, dealing with different types of microservices, dealing with the advanced and core concepts of like Python and Java, dealing with the database connectivity stuff, right? So have been like working on this stuff in detail, in the backend stuff also. So a kind of a full stack role, you can say that I have been like working on like the front end stuff, the back end stuff, and the database, like relation, non-relational databases, working on both. Right now, in my current organization, which I joined 6 years back, right now I'm working as a senior machine learning engineer in my current organization. I started my journey or role in the machine learning domain because I had my interest working with the machine learning stuff, and after that, I like. Like after that, I got promoted to the role of like senior ML engineer right now in my current organization. And like uh, since last 6 years, I have been like working with the LLM model stuff, that is large language model data sets. I hope you must be aware about this term in AI ML market that is right now on a boom right now. So basically, I work on this models, right? Train the models, right? I try writing the algos for the models, right? And mentoring the team of juniors. I work with that stuff also. Along with that, I also possess different types of like skills with me. Like I have also carried my like practitioner level certification and professional level certification in three of the infras of the cloud, that is AWS, GCP, and Azure. I have my expertise working with that stuff. When it comes to RP automation stuff, I have been like working with different types of RP automation tools like Blue Prism, UiPath, Automation Anywhere, Selenium. So I have my expertise working with the automation stuff too. When it comes to like CI/CD pipeline stuff, I have been like working with different types of CI/CD tools like Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. So I have my expertise working with that stuff. So yeah, Krishnakant, like that's a short brief about me and about my tech stacks, about my skill sets that I've been like working with. As a team lead right now, I ensure that everyone they are not overburdened with the work right now. I tried dividing the work in an equal manner, right? The kind of a culture that we follow right now in our team is we follow the sprint framework and we follow the agile methodology right now. So in a month we have a plan of like 2 sprints. So we plan 2 sprints each of 15 days in a month, right? And in that sprints, what happens is like whatever different issues it comes to us, it comes to us in the format of stories, and the stories are been assigned to the users in the team, or to the people in the team by me, because as a team lead I ensure like the relevant skill sets are being matched with the issues that they're getting. It's not that the front end guy is working with the database stuff or the database guy is working on the back end stuff, right? So I don't believe
Java, Hibernate, web services, MySQL, and currently I am working JC application which has some microservices like PSS, PBA, shipping util. So I was responsible for developing end-to-end application to ship packages to my customers. It's a very large and complex application that included some core feature like lead, contact, email sending APIs, trader management, labor printing, manifest generate. So yeah, that's all of myself and project also.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear, Krishnakant, about your skills. And right now we have a good candidate to interview in front of us. That's really great to hear, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, like explaining about this interview process. This interview process is like a 45 minutes of duration. So we will be like wrapping up with the interview till 12, between 12:15 to 12:30 p.m. Right. So we have a time between 12:15 to 12:30 p.m. So we will be wrapping up with the interview. Right. 45 minutes of interview duration. In this 45 minutes of interview duration, we are going to cover with near about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections, right? 7 sections. So in this 7 sections, like the one section is the coding section, and the remaining 6 sections are the theoretical based section, right? And specifying about the section, the first section would be the Java coding section, right? The second section with the Java Spring Boot questions, theory questions. The third section would be the React Angular Vue questions. And so any of the front-end framework that you're okay and comfortable with, we can have a discussion regarding that. It's not mandatory to have the knowledge of all the three, but yeah, any one would be fine. React, Angular, Vue, anything that you're okay with, right? The next stuff is the DevOps practices question, DevOps practices. The next stuff is the database understanding question. and the last section is streaming section related to questions. So these are the sections we are going to cover, Krishnakant. So hope you got the clear understanding about each of the sections that we are going to cover. So Krishnakant, I hope like we have a sections right now to cover it. Firstly, we can start with the theory stuff, and after that, like at last, we can go with the coding stuff. I hope that's fine.
Yeah, fine.
Hello, Krishnakant.
Yeah, am I think your side network is a network problem, because there is also showing.
No. Yeah, because my side it looks fine. Okay, no problem. So, okay, so we are starting with the first section, that is a Java Spring Boot based section, right? So that's a theoretical section that we're going to cover right now.
Okay,
So
fine.
this is my first question to you. So I'm pasting the question one by one on chats, Krishnakant. You can go through it, right?
Okay, sure.
Once again, just let me paste the. Yeah, I had pasted the questions on chat. You can go through it. Yeah. So my question to you, Krishnakant, is how does right? How does Java manage memory between stack and heap? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if your application throws out of memory error?
Yeah. So, what is the Java memory between stack and heap? Okay. So in that take, like we have a stack memory and heap memory. So in stack we will use like a method execution and a local variable, and heap we will use for objects. And we can say out memory error here, like first check a heap size, and after that use to we can use like virtual VM here to analyze method user and look for memory leakage, like object not getting garbage collection, so due to store reference is and after that optimize data structures and use caching here, like size, use weak reference if possible, and if needed garbage collection logs to see memory placer. So yeah.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how does garbage collection works in Java? And the follow-up question is, what would you monitor to identify GC-related performance issues?
Okay. So in the Java, like JVM automatically, we can say use garbage collection, like younger generation and older generation. So we can say generation we can say minor GC and major JC garbage collection. So garbage collection we say here collector short lived object in a younger generation, and major we can say cleans old generation, like long lived objects. So we can use, so there is a use like garbage collection pause time here, so like too long we can use, and the garbage collection frequency, like two frequency equal to memory pressure we can use here, and heap user we can use before and after garbage collection, and promo promotion rates also here, like object removing your young and old generation too fast, and there is the finalize
Yeah,
also.
that's fine. That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one. So, you can go through it. So, my question to you is, I had pasted the question on chats. My question to you is, how does Spring Boot handle dependency injection internally? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if a bean is not getting injected? If a bean is not getting injected?
Okay. So we can use Spring Boot auto scan creating beans and injects them for the IOC container. So we can use IOC container here, and if a bean is not getting inject, so we can first I have check first I will check package scanning, then annotations, then multiple beans uh, configurations conflict we can.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So my next question to you, Krishnakant, is this one, so you can go through it. So my next question to you is, how does Spring Boot handle REST API request? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to optimize response times for slow APIs?
Okay. So, Spring Boot, in that case, we have first a request. After that, we will go to a dispatch servlet. After that, we will go to a controller, and after that, it will JSON response it will give. And in the RESTful APIs, I have also used in my application like RESTful APIs like post mapping, get mapping, put mapping. So like there is the like JSON we have sent in as a postman, so it will go to the control layer. After that, it will go to the service layer, and after that, it will take the from the repository, and it will take the data. And here I have used the caching also, like for the optimized response we will use the caching, like cache frequency use result, like at the rate cacheable. We can use the async, like use at the rate async annotations, or bef flex we can use non-blocking calls. And connecting we can use also paginations here for write refund only, return only the necessary data here.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my question to you is, how does how does Spring Boot auto configuration decide which beans to create? And the follow up question is, what would you do to override an unwanted auto configuration? An unwanted auto configuration.
Okay. Confusion decide which bean to create and holding what would be. So, distribute auto confusion decide which bean to. So, in this case, auto confusion use condition or class path scanning to decide which bean to we create. So it will decide which bean to create, and after that, to avoid unwanted auto confusion, we will like override by defining by on bean. If we want to disable and entirely like ID execute of that auto confusions. So first on bean we with the same type we can will, and after that use like some annotation at the Spring Boot application. There we will write exclude equal to data source auto configuration dot classes we can use to disable specify auto configuration. And also we can use spring dot auto configuration dot exclude in application dot properties here in the application dot properties side.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how does Java handle multi-threading with synchronized and logs? And the follow-up question is, what strategies would you use to avoid deadlocks?
So synchronize is simple lock provide avoiding thread controller. So like we want to avoid deadlocks here, so we can use like consistent lock ordering, like always accurate locks in a same sequence, and use a try lock with timeout. And we can also use keep critical like section small to reduce lock connections. And we can also use here like use thread like monitoring tool in productions, like deadlock detection tool we can use here.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how does Spring Boot handle transactions? And the follow up question is, what would you do if a transaction unexpectedly rolls back?
Yeah, so in that case we can use here at the rate tangent annotations here, tangents and annotations we can use here. And we can also use here saga pattern rollback, like we have a three different services, like order, payment and delivered. Like there will any service will down, so it will do the rollback, so we can use the saga design patterns here.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, with which of the front end frameworks like you have been like working with, React, Angular, or Vue? Which one?
Angular I am fine.
Angular, you are fine. Okay, that's fine. So, okay. So my next Angular based question to you is this one. So that's my question to you. One second. Yeah. So my question to you, Krishnakant, is how does Angular's component lifecycle work, and what role do hooks like on ng on ignite play, right? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if you need to refetch data when input changes?
So like hooks, Angular component life cycle we can use like life cycle phases like creation, after that uh, random and change after that we will change detraction, after that it will come up change detection and distraction it will go. And for refactoring data we can use ng on changes for like changes, small changes we can use it. And if it detected changes it, so I will use at the rate input properties, and let's you like run code, so we like APIs calls when the input changes. And of yeah.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So my next question to you is, how does Angular handle dependency injection, and what benefits does it provide? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if two components need different versions of the same service?
For it, we can say like firstly, Angular has a here we can use at the rate inject table annotations here, and in the service layer, and after that Angular ID service. So Angular ID inject service automatically, and promoting losing coupling for different version like ID provide the service at the component level here.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So my next question to you is, how does Angular's change detection mechanism works? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if frequent checks degrade performance?
So Angular use a undirection changes detection mechanism, and we can use the detection mechanism here. And for the frequency check, so no, for the each component has a change detector that check its component data has changed. And after by default like Angular use john .js. And for the frequency checks I like use on push change detection like stage to only check when input change or even input change. And we can use the change determined ref and dot tag detag method here for static component. And tag y also I have used.
That's fine, not a problem. So, Krishan, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my question to you is, how does, right? My question to you is, how does Angular handle two-way data binding with ng model, two-way data binding with ng model? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if binding causes performance issues?
So here, so we are using ng model,
Right.
synchronize UI here, and component property automatically for performance use on push uh, and reactive forms also, and bouncing also.
That's fine. That's fine. So, Krishnan, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. Okay. So, this is my next question to you. Yeah.
Where I get CI/CD
So, my
pipeline?
next question to you is, how does a GitLab CI/CD pipeline work? GitLab CI/CD pipeline work? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to fix a failing pipeline job? Failing pipeline job.
So firstly, like a pipeline is defined in a like dot get lab and ci dot yml file to your repo, and it has
Right.
stages like build, test, deploy, and QA, and jobs that run in a order or in parallel also. And for the fix, we can check job logs first. To after that we will insert dependency like docker image, libraries, environment variable. And after that verify also like commands like dot gitlab ci dot yml inside. So we will check the commands also, and check runner availability and
That's
permissions
fine. That's
also.
fine, Krishna. That's
Hmm.
fine. That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how do you handle branch-based deployments in GitLab? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to deploy a hotfix without affecting other branches?
So handling firstly will define the branch specify pipelines in GitLab CI by ML use only or use keyword. For example, we can say like main for productions only, like deploy for staging. And for ensuring the code posted to the specify branch, so trigger we can say corresponding deployment we can, and use environment in GitLab. And for the hotfix without, so for creating the hotfix branch here for production. And after that post the branches configuration and pipeline to deploy only for hotfix branches to production. And after that merge the hotfix branch to main, and after deployment and
That's fine.
install.
That's fine,
Yeah.
Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how do you manage, right? How do you manage environment variables and secrets in GitLab CI/CD? In GitLab CI/CD, and the follow-up question is, what is the best way to keep credentials secure in a pipeline?
So managing for GitLab allows environment variables to be defined the project group or instance level, and use them in .gitlab ci by ml as a variable name in a script in for builds. And so we can use the variables name, and for the building, test, and deployment. And after that use marks and protected variables like inserting or hard coding we can. And after that store we can also use GitLab CI/CD vault integrations also, value integrations also we can use.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, this is my next question to you. So, my next question to you is, how do you roll back a failed deployment in CI/CD, right? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to prevent partial deployments in production?
So here we can use versioned. We can also use tag, normally tag, so you can redeploy the latest stable version. And for the we can all for we can use automatic deployment, deploy all the component together or not at all. So we can use it. And we can also use blue green or canary deployment also in limited risk, so we can use it.
That's fine. That's fine. So, my next question to you, Krishnakant, is this one, so you can go through it. So, this is my next question to you. So, my next question to you is, how does how does indexing improve query performance, and the follow-up question is, what would you do if a query still performs poorly despite indexes?
Yeah, so indexing also I have used. So like indexing allowed the database to local rows faster without scanning the entire table. With fully table, it will not check the full. It will not check the full table. So we can use the local rows faster, and we can use bittree also. Bittree also we can it will use, and check we can say like indexing reduce table scan if queries are still slow. So I had checked the execution plan, and after that optimize the query, and exit index or table. So we can adjust index and table structures. You are mute.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So my next question to you is, how does a join operation work internally in SQL? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to optimize queries with multiple joins?
Yeah, joins also I have used. Like there is some types of joins like outer joins, lefter join, like righter join, and inner joins also. So inner joins we can say like we have two table. It will take the both fully table both side, and a lefter joint like it will take the fully data from the lefter joint and unit data from the right table. Means we have a two table. Like left table it will take the fully data, and right table it will take the unique data. And so writer joint also like it will take the fully data from right table and unit data from the left table. So we can use for optimize we can use the indexing exist on joint columns. So multiple joints we can use, and we can avoid the select star like fetch only required columns, and avoid query plan like explain to detect.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is, how does sharding works in NoSQL databases? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if one shard becomes a hotspot?
So, sharding in a horizontal partition, data is split like across multiple servers to so it will multiple server, and each shard hold a subset of the data, and usually based on a shared key like user ID, and it will we can say like improving scalability and performance also. Scalability and performance it will improving, and for yeah.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So this is my next question to you. So my question to you is, how does Kafka handle partitions and offsets? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if a consumer falls behind?
Offsets means we can say like Kafka have you consuming the so each we can say like each Kafka topic is split into partitions to allow parallel parallelism and spellability we can say. And so messages in a partition are ordered and assigned a unique offset like sequence numbers, and like check customer lag like using monitoring tools Kafka manager like Kafka consumer group .sh inside. And it needed reply message from a earlier off, so we can use offset like it is check the read the message or not, so we can check it.
Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. So my next question to you is Krishnakant, this one, so you can go through it. Uh, okay. Yeah. So this is my next question to you. So my next question to you is, how does message acknowledgement work in RMQ or active MQ? And follow-up
So
question is, what would you do to implement exactly once processing?
when a consumer receive a message, it acknowledge it to the broker, acknowledge to the broker, and after that, like auto act here, there is two types like auto act and manual act. So and broker auto, we can say like a broker marks message delivered immediately, so we can use the we can say it's a auto act. And manually, like consumer explicitly sends act for after successful processing, so it's we can say it is a manually act. And for implementation, like we can use manually or acknowledgement, like so messages are act only after successful processing. And install we can say like acknowledgement tell the like broker a message is proceed. So for exactly one, so use manually act act plus and identifiement, we can say like operation or duplications here, deduplications we can say.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. How does Kafka guarantee message ordering within a partition And the follow-up question is, what would you do to preserve order across multiple partitions?
So each partition is a log structures, and messages are and Kafka assigned to assign on offset to each messages. And consumer read message in offset order and ensuring order within a single partitions. And if after does not guaranteed ordering across partition by default, so we can use a partition key like user id, so all related message go to the same partitions.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So my next question to you is, how do dead letter queues work? How do dead letter queues work? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to handle poison messages, poison messages safely?
So Del, our DLQ is a special queue, so where message that can't be proceed are sent, and messages end up in the DLQ after max retry attempts, so fails or processing errors. And for the handling it, like we can like identify the root cost, like of failed, like format invalid data, and use DLQ to isolate, so like message without or like so there is the problematic message without affecting other messages. And we can use also retry policy with back off.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, right now we are shifting back with the next section, that is a cloud section.
Okay.
So this is my question to you. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my question to add. Pasted the question on chat. So my question to you is, how does auto scaling work? Auto scaling work in cloud environments? And the follow up question is, What would you do if scaling is too slow under high traffic?
So auto scaling dynamically adjusting the number of instance. So based on materials like CPU, memory, or request load, and there is two types like horizontal and vertical. So horizontal like add and removing instance. So we can use the horizontal, and variable vertical we can say like vertical like for increase and decrease resources, so we can use the vertical here. And like if scaling is too slow, so under high traffic, so we can review and adjust scaling policy here, and like cool down and step size we can use, and we can implement load balancing and caching to reduce immediate load. So we can use the load balancing and caching.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one. So this is my next question to you. You can go through it. I had pasted the question on chat. So you can go through
So
it.
load balancing distribution incoming traffic like across multiple server, for instance, to ensure high availability. And we can try include layer 4 like TCP and layer 7 load balancer. And in monitoring health of instance, and route is like traffic only for health nodes. And for like check like auto it will support auto scaling by dynamically. And for the check load balancing algorithm, so we can use the check load balancer algorithm and verify health check are currently configuration like unhealth, and ensure all the instance have similar capacity. So we can use. Hello. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, there was some network issue. So sorry for that. So yeah, so we are right now with the last section. We were with the last section, that was the cloud section, right? We had a discussion. We were having the discussion regarding cloud section, and the question that I pasted was regarding the auto scaling stuff, right? Krishna, if I'm not wrong, the auto scaling working, right? So can you like let me know the question that I had pasted in chats, the auto scaling question, right?
Yeah, load balancing work. How does
Okay,
how
okay.
load?
So you can let me know about that. Yeah, cloud load balancing work. Yeah, right.
So like a balancer distribute traffic to heavy instance healthy instance. Like if traffic is uneven, so I have checked the algorithm health checks and health check and instance capacity and session sickness also. Sickness we can check.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So this is my next question to you. Yeah. So this is my next question to you. You can go through it. My question to you is, how does networking, that is VPC, subnet, or security groups, work in cloud? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if services cannot communicate across subnets?
So we can like say like a BPC isolate network subnet divide the IP ranges, and after security groups control access. And like if cross subnet communication failed, so we can I have check SGS here and ACLS and routers
Right.
we can check, and BPC also we can check.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my question to you is, how does cloud storage, that is S3 or Blob, provide durability and availability? And the follow-up question is, what would you do if an object is temporarily unavailable?
So, cloud storage replicate data across zones for availability and durability. So, if an object is temporarily unavailable, we can say. So, I have a retry with back off and can caching and so we can use the caching here and check permissions like for and region status also we can check.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how do you deploy microservices in cloud using containers or serverless? And the follow-up question is, what would you do to manage cold start issues in serverless services?
So container deploy microservices with isolation and orchestration we can say like and serverless uses event driven function and for cold starts. So I have used warm invocations optimize initializations here and we can also uh, consider provision concurrencies also.
That's fine, Krishnakant. So, Krishnakant, my next question to you is this one, so you can go through it. So, my next question to you is, how does cloud monitoring and alerting work, that is CloudWatch or Azure Monitor? And the follow-up question is, what metrics would you try to prevent downtime?
We can use CloudWatch here and so yeah we can use monitoring collection matrix or logs. So trigger alerts and trigger alert on anomalies key metrics included CPU memory and rates and DB health and business KPI. So we can use it like this.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Krishnakant, right now, I have pasted one link on chats. Link. I hope the link is visible to you in chats, right? The code judge link is visible to you. So what you can do, Krishnakant, is you can click on the link and you can share your screen with me. I will be guiding you with the further steps. Right now, we are proceeding with our last section, that is a Java coding section, right? Java coding section.
Hmm. So yeah, my screen is visual to you now.
Yeah, your screen is visible to me, right? Your screen is visible to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can click on the link, Krishnakant. Yeah,
Join interview, right?
yeah, join interview. Yeah, right. Yeah. So Krishnakant, it's just like a simple online compiler. To the left side of your screen, there is a drop-down option. You can choose any of the programming language. In between of your screen, there are input console and output console. Input console and output console. In between of your screen, between of the screen, two
There is
consoles,
only
right?
Java 13, right?
Yeah, you can use any one of them. I'm fine with that. So not a problem.
Okay.
You have two consoles in between of your screen. That is input console and output console, right?
Yeah, input and output.
And to the extreme right, Krishnakant, top right, extreme top right, you have an option of run
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
So Krishnakant, I had pasted the problem on chats. You can go through it and you can start with the implementation. I have pasted the problem on chats. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I hope the question is visible to you, right? The coding question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Krishnakant, we have a less time to go with. We will be like wrapping up after like 10 minutes, right? This is the last section. So you try to solve like after this question, we have one more question in our hand. So if you complete with this question, we have one more question to complete with, right?
Okay, sure, sure.
So Krishna, we have like last more 7 minutes to go with. So you plan your code implementation accordingly, right?
Yes, sure.
7 to 8 minutes we have in our hand. Yeah. So Krishna, we have like last 4 minutes to go with. After that, like we will be wrapping up with the call.
It's almost complete. Only I need to add one line.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Sure, sure. You can have a look. Not a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
So Krishnakant, we have last 2 minutes to go with. After that, like we'll wrapping up with the call.
Okay. So code is my complete, but there is some only bracket problem. So I'm just checking.
Yeah, sure, sure. So Krishnakant, like meanwhile, can you explain me the approach? Like, what's your approach here for the given scenario?
Yeah, sure. So firstly, here I am taking the three where like max number and max count and count. So taking first element as a string point using a container like count to track how many times current number repeats. And after that, I'm using the loop from second element. So like if current element is equal to previous element, so it will give the increase count. And after that, else reset count is equal to one, and keep track of the max count and which number give the count. And after that, at the end, point the number with its max count.